Hi, welcome back to another video, sweet baby. Okay, we hit 400 subscribers. Okay, so thank you for subscribing. Okay, now in this video, yes, I like to get straight to the point. I don't like to waste time. Okay, so anyway, hope everyone is doing great. Quick check-in with everyone. If you're not, darling, you'll be fine. Okay, it's life. Okay, small those are small things. You will overcome, baby. You will. Okay, now in this video, for those of you, I'm recently back into the dating scene, actually trying to, but actually right now I'm actively, as I make this video, I am actively trying to get out of the dating scene because it's trash. Let me tell you something. Okay, now that brings me to the point of, for those of you who are in the dating scene, for those of you who are trying to get back in the dating scene, this video is for you. Okay, now for the little time I've been on the dating scene, okay, I've realized there's this thing called bait and switch. Okay, and I am here to make you aware of it. And I believe a lot of us ignore it, okay, or we overlook it, but this is something we need to stop ignoring. Okay, now you must we are also going to be talking about why you should avoid these type of characters. Okay, now I don't know why people do it, okay, but because I don't do it, but sometimes people do it. Okay, so you must be wondering, what is bait and switch? Okay, bait and switch is where people act like they are interested in you so that you can get emotionally involved with them. Then as soon as you get emotionally involved with them, they get detached. Okay, they become uninterested in you, they become nonchalant. If the communication was there, it becomes close to non-existent or zero. Okay, now of course this is done by both genders. Okay, let's not say, oh, only men do it. No, both genders, we are trash. Both genders, we need to fix and get over our bullshit. Okay, females, males, we are all onto some bullshit and we need to fix that crap. Okay, anyway, a lot of you need to understand about one thing about people who do bait and switch. Okay, bait and switch people like to be chased. They simply like to be chased. It's all a validation thing to them, I believe, or it's all an ego thing. People have very fragile, pathetically delicate egos. Okay, so, and some people, I believe, it's a low self-esteem thing, because why again would you do that? It's a low self-esteem. So I believe certain people do it to just be out there, like to prove a point to themselves, or like I can bag a certain type of person, a man or woman, which is very, very childish, by the way, if you ask me, because it's very childish. Like, why would you even be trying to date if you're doing the bait and switch? Like, what's the whole point of your playing? No, you're wasting no one's time but yourself. Of, yeah, you could waste my time, but you're also wasting yours. Like, how is it helping you? How is it adding any value to you as a person to participate in the bait and switch? How does it benefit you to play on people's emotions? So a lot of you need to be very aware of that. Okay, and the reason a lot of you need to avoid people who do bait and switch, let's say you're talking to someone and suddenly it goes cold, please accept it. Why? A lot of people who practice bait and switch are not capable of commitment. People who practice bait and switch, especially if they do it with you, they are not interested in you, darling. Okay, so a lot of us actually find ourselves like sticking around, okay, and trying to chase and grab their egos, and you find yourself trapping yourself in a situation or with a partner that does not want you. Okay, yes, when someone simply doesn't want you, and then you start to point fingers. Oh, this person treats me like this person emotionally neglects me. But you insisted and pursued a person who was not interested in you. Okay, You pursued a person who is not capable of commitment. The fact is, people who practice bait and switch are not capable of commitment. They never have been. That is why they practice it, and they never will be able to get into commitment, or for commitment to make sense to them in the first place. Okay, and if you notice, a lot of people who practice bait and switch, okay, they usually they have issues with the communicating. They have problems with communicating. They live in their heads too much as well sometimes. Not all of them, but there are those that are nice enough to hide it. Okay, and for a person to do bait and switch, to me personally, that is a clear sign that you don't want a person. And a lot of you need to start accepting it. Stop feeling like, oh, I'm going to give it time, he or she will change. Yes, women as well, we do the bait and switch. I don't do it, but as again, I'm speaking from experience, okay? Because this happens, okay? Now, one of the things you can do to protect yourself from people like this, okay, especially if you're in the dating scene, please try, actually don't try, do yourself a favor and have, let me see, can I say it in a nice way? Do yourself a favor and don't be quick to emotionally attach yourselves to anyone, especially in the dating scene. Don't be quick, I repeat, don't be quick to attach yourself to anyone emotionally, okay? Because that is where people like this thrive. People who practice bait and switch, they thrive on people that are quick to emotionally attach themselves to people. And I've talked about this, okay? I even talk about this for those of you who watch my TikTok lives. We get into these things a lot, okay? That is why I've even talked about, I made a whole video on this channel talking about why personally I advise a lot of you not to fall in love, but to grow in love with people. When you grow in love with people, you get to realize who is playing the bait and switch game. But when you fall in love, that's where you mess up. Falling in love, you're going to attract the bait and switch type of people. Then you're going to be there, you're suffering with your love instead of loving yourself. So these are things you can do to avoid some of these things. One, don't be quick to emotionally attach yourselves to people, especially in the dating scene. If it's not that deep, I don't care what they're telling you, what they're promising you, what you see with them. Please do yourself a favor for your own self-esteem. Soon as a person, be it a woman, be it a man, okay? This applies for the LGBTQ community as well. Once someone shows you those signs of bait and switch, especially in the beginning, accept it. Do not pursue. Do not pursue. Of course, they want to be pursued because people who do bait and switch like to be pursued. That's why I say a lot of them are usually broken people. Sorry to use that word. Broken, insecure, low self-esteem ridden humans. So they feel like that is the only way they can do life. And some of them, if you realize their background, they have very weird relationships, or okay, or they're at a certain age and they've really not had a stable partner in quite some time, a stable relationship in quite some time. Expect such people to be capable of bait and switch, okay? For those of you into interracial dating, if you are connecting with someone who has never dated out of their race, don't be surprised if they participate in bait and switch, okay? Yes, because it's happening, okay? Again, these are things that happen, and a lot of you need to understand it's not about you, it's about them, okay? Usually people are just struggling with things, with like, I've come to accept that it's never about me. It's people who have, yes, okay? Because personally, if I'm actively dating, if I'm on the dating scene and I'm trying to date, there is absolutely no reason for me to get into the childish games, to play the bait and switch card, okay? Because I'm a confident, beautiful woman. There's absolutely no reason for me to play the bait and switch game. I don't have low self-esteem. I'm confident. I'm gorgeous. So, plus I don't have time to waste like that. Like anywhere do these people, by the way, get some of this time? And if you notice, a lot of these people bait and switch, it's all about even collecting girls. You will hear some of these people tell you, I have a friend, but most of them, these female friends actually, these male friends, they got them in the under the disguise of, I am trying to date. But then they just keep these people around, and then they attach the friendship thing to them. So if you meet someone then they speak like that a lot, chances are they are going to do the bait and switch game, okay? And if you continue to interact with them because you show them that you are willing and ready to chase, guess what? They are going to play the hot and cold game with you. Hot and cold. That's why, because they want to be chased. They love to be chased. Low self-esteem, low vibrational humans. And that is one thing you don't want to do for yourself. That is why it always helps. That is why I've even talked about it before you get into the dating scene. Please be self-aware, and please make sure you have found peace within yourself. Otherwise, you are going to easily get frustrated. Shit like that actually discourages you from dating. Okay? Yeah, like you start, like even the good people that might come to approach you, just because you have dealt with a low vibrational human that plays the bait and switch game, you start to just repel people naturally. Yes, so do yourself a favor. When you realize that a person you're dealing with, especially in the beginning, there is a bait and switch going on, please remove yourself. If the conversation has been good, if things have been good, and then suddenly the emotions are involved, and then there is a switch, accept, allow, my guy. You see the problem? That's why I've talked about, I've done a video right here on YouTube as well, talking about why living in denial is one of the worst things you can ever do to yourself. Don't live in denial when a person shows you that they are in the bait and switch energy. That should be a clear sign they don't want you. Make peace, baby, okay? Thank you for watching. See you in another video. Bye.